Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is a religion that many people do not know or have just heard of this religion for the first time. But before that, let me introduce my name first. My name is Raja Muhammad Rashidi bin Abdullah. So, our group has been given the task of making a video that contains two topics, Zoroastrianism and Taoism. Me and two more of my friends will be together, explain or give an idea about this religion. Back to Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is the one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions and dualistic element. And many scholars believe that Zoroastrianism influenced the belief system of Judaism, Christianity, and also Islam. Who is the god of Zoroastrianism? This religion was slightly similar to early form of Hinduism according to Zoroastrian tradition. Zoroaster had a divine vision of supreme being while partaking in patient purification rite at age 13. Zoroastrians began teaching followers to worship a single god called Ahura Mazda. Ahura believed that their religion was revealed by their supreme god Ahura Mazda, or called Wise Lord, to a place called Zoroastrian. Is held to be the founder of religion, and their followers call themselves as Zoroastrian. Zoroastrian theology includes the importance of following the truthful path of Asha, revolving around good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. There is also a heavy emphasis in spreading happiness, mostly through charity, and respecting the spiritual equality and beauty of both men and women. What is Zoroastrian main belief? God is worshipped as supreme. Zoroastrian believe that everything he created is pure and should be treated with love and respect. This includes the natural environment, so Zoroastrians traditionally do not follow the rivers, land, or atmosphere. This has caused some to call the thing that forbidden in Zoroastrian. They are forbidden to wearing eyeglasses, long cloth, trousers, hat, boots, socks, wearing their turbans tightly and neatly, carrying watches or rings were all forbidden to Zoroastrians.
I want to introduce myself. My name is Sazrul Iqbal bin Saiful Azhar. So I will describe the Zoroastrianism view towards the environment in the religion.
The first one is that nature has its own intrinsic value. Intrinsic value can be defined as the value of an investment. In this context, it could be understood that nature has a value in its own right. Secondly, nature is perceived as being sacred, which means it has a connection with God. The third one is plants, possessed as the privacy, which is a spiritual guardian in the Eastern religion. Besides, all forms of life have the right to life and grow. As an example, the Zoro plant a tree to celebrate the birth of a new member. Another example, in the tradition, they never enter a river to wash in it or pollute it in any way. This is because they believe that nature is sacred and need to be protected from danger and any harm. Moving forward to the next slide, still on the topic of Zoroastrianism view towards the environment. First point is to maintain life. One must earn their living by specifying means of agriculture and procreating. Procreate literally means that they need to generate and produce in terms of agriculture. Next point is the religion preach ecology and care of the environment. Thirdly is that the purity of nature can be seen as the greatest good in their tradition. Also, Zoroastrianism is known as the world's first proponent of ecology through caring for the element and earth. Last but not least, its pragmatic teaching is concerned with improvement in the quality of life on earth. Moving on to the next point, The world must be given back to the god of Zoroastrianism, which is Ahura Mazda, in its original perfect form, like how they were created. To explain more, the believers then need to take care of the world from causing any destruction and harmful changes, so that when it is the end of the time, we can return it to God in the original perfect form. Second point is all creation on the earth are interconnected and need each other for survival. For instance, human and nature, they need each other to survive. Next point, humans are given the responsibility to fight anything that is harmful to the creation. Last one, neglect of the environment is considered as a capitulation to the force of darkness and evil.
Okay, for the next topic, we will present my name. My name is Muhammad Risham bin Muhammad Izam. Let's go.
In this speech, what we're discovering about Zoroastrianism is view of Zoroastrianism towards environmental ethic, and the second one is contribution of Zoroastrianism to environmental conservation. The third one is related project of Zoroastrianism to any environmental conservation, and the last one is conclusion of Zoroastrianism or Zoroaster. And my name is Muhammad Hisham bin Muhammad Nizam. Let's go. For the first topic is Zoroastrian view. We will go one by one. Zoroaster environmental ethics. This statement was prepared by the Zurvanism Education Trust and Zoroastrian Studies, which is two major academic bodies responsible for the theological development and study of Zoroaster belief. Some of it is 7 beautiful questions. It was about the role of man in the world is to serve the 7 abundant creation, which is namely heaven, water, earth, animals, man, and fire. All of the 7 beautiful creation are the gift of the highest God to the person on earth. Another belief in Zoroastrian view is a fundamental dualism. It is about emphasize that the universe is ruled by 2 opposing principles, one of which is good and the other one is evil. Good and evil. Humanity, for example, is commanded to take an active role in this struggle to help Ahura Mazda to eliminate evil from the world. The success of goodness is ultimately achieved through the consistent application of the ethical principle of good thought, good words and good deeds, which is served as the foundation for all Zoroastrian actions. For the next topic is about Zoroastrian view would contribute to environmental conservation. It was about the practice of helping the environment to prevent it from collapsing as a result of human activity. As we already know, results as pros and cons, or positive and negative impacts. We will go for the first one, which is pros, the positive. The first one is to preserve the environments of flora and fauna. And the last one is putting a balance between the environment and human, which is reducing and recycling waste. That's all from the positive impacts. And the next is for the negative impact from human activities, or cons, which is the first one is environmental destruction that caused by development or human activity, and the last one is the human impact that makes the environment less able and sustain life. For the second last subtopic is the project that related on environmental conservation. Okay, the first project is environmental education that volunteer in Bali or Ubud. Okay, this project allows volunteers to share their English language skills while teaching local primary school children about recycling and sustainable living.
From all the presentation that have been speech by my group, The conclusion that we can be made is, with moral and behavior towards the earth, Zoroastrianism religion teaches us to protect the environment from growing population of mankind and other habitats. Education and morals is important to spread and share awareness, healthy lifestyle. It is our responsibility to save the planet from extinction and to ensure that future generations can receive the benefit of environment.